The night before my sister's wedding, her future mother-in-law showed me a photo that changed everything. My sister called me crying happy tears when Derek proposed. She asked me to be her maid of honor on the spot. And I said yes. Because that's what you do for the person you love most in the world. Did I like Derek? Not really. Something about him always felt a little too smooth. Too rehearsed. Like he was performing the role of a good boyfriend rather than actually being one. But Sarah was happy. Genuinely happy. So I pushed it down and smiled to every engagement party and dress fitting and venue walkthrough. Then the night before the wedding, his own mother blew everything up. It was the rehearsal dinner. Everyone was toasting, laughing, taking photos. Derek's mom found me alone near the bar. She'd clearly had a few glasses of wine and there was something behind her eyes. Like guilt she'd been carrying for a long time. She told me Derek had been engaged once before. A girl he dated for 4 years. He proposed, they planned the whole wedding, and then 2 weeks before the ceremony, he just ended it. No real explanation. No real explanation. No warning. The girl was absolutely blindsided, destroyed. I told her I was sorry to hear that, but people have complicated pasts. And then, she pulled out her phone and showed me a photo. I felt the blood drain from my face. The girl in that photo was Sarah's best friend, her college roommate. The woman she'd known for 8 years. The same woman who was sitting in the front row at the ceremony the very next morning, smiling and hugging the bride like everything was completely normal. In 3 years. She had never once mentioned dating Derek. Not once. I found Sarah in the bridal suite and told her everything. She didn't cry, she didn't yell, she just went still. That kind of silence that's louder than screaming. She sat with it for a long time, and then she looked at me and said she was going through with it. The wedding was beautiful. Everyone said so. I stood at the altar and watched Derek wrap his arm around my sister while her best friend dabbed her eyes in the front row. I watched him shake that woman's hand at the reception and laugh like they were barely acquaintances. Like he hadn't completely dismantled her life. Sarah asked me not to give the toast. I think she knew I couldn't do it without my voice shaking. A few weeks later, I told her I thought she'd made a mistake. That she deserved to know the full truth about who she married. That the fact that her best friend hid this from her for 3 years was something she needed to seriously think about. She told me I'd ruined the happiest time of her life. She hasn't returned a single call since. And I still lie awake sometimes wondering, was I wrong to say anything at all? Or was I the only person in her life actually looking out for her? I don't have an answer. I just know I miss my sister.